Do these memories serve your purpose for the future? Do these memories serve your vision for the future? If the answer is no, you will naturally want to let them go. The energies of the world do care about what you want. But if you keep saying, I don't know or I don't care, you get more of I don't know and I don't care. You get whatever. I read you a line from the book, The Game of Life and How to Play It by Florence Scovel Shinn. When there is in him no emotional response to an inharmonious situation, it fades away forever from his pathway. Let's talk about that for a minute. When there is in him no emotional response to an inharmonious situation, it fades away forever from his pathway. Inharmonious situations come from inharmony within man itself. Feel like your life has been a bit of a shit show? It is simply because, well, I shouldn't say simply. Inharmony in your relationships comes from inharmony within yourself. Inharmony with your life, your kids, your job, everything. Finances, living situation, it all comes from inharmony from within. And it's easy to just say, you know, I've been through a lot, it's not my fault, it's the way I was raised, it was my parents, bad relationships. There's all kinds of reasons for this inharmony. And we can spend a lot of time going to therapists and talking about our feelings and talking about our past and talking about our experiences. But here's the problem with that. When we go back and revisit situations over and over and over and over, trying to deconstruct them, figure them out, find that key, find that reason, find that one twinkling thing that's just going to like crumble everything down and everything's going to fade away, that's not going to happen. What you do when you talk about those things over and over and over is rewire it and relive it in your body. If you are constantly reliving your bad memories in your past over and over, you are constantly creating inharmony in your body, and that inharmony in your body and in your mind will reflect back to you in your life again and again. If you find yourself fighting with people over and over, if you are reliving that inharmony within yourself over and over, you are never going to escape it in your life and in your relationships. It's not going to happen. I'm sorry, it's been neurologically proven that when you rewire things into your brain over and over and over by talking about the same bad situations and you talk about the same negative things occurring, you are just recreating that in your body and in your mind, and life reflects everything back to you. So, in order to stop this cycle and stop this loop, you have to change your sights. And I don't mean bury everything from your past. No, there are specific guided ways to process through your past and let them go once and for all. You don't do it over and over and over. Each time you process one thing, it is gone, faded, processed, no longer controls you. Not saying that it never happened, but it is forgotten. Forgive and forget as part of the process. The other process is finding out, do these memories serve your purpose for the future? Do these memories serve your vision for the future? If the answer is no, you will naturally want to let them go. So that is one really important thing, is to figure out what you want. What are you working towards? Seriously, what are you working towards? Are you clear on it? Watch my last video on vision and how to create your vision. Because if you are not clear, crystal clear on what it is that you are working towards, you are working towards nothing. You are literally just a leaf blown in the wind. You'll land in any garden patch or any compost heap that you blow into. It's not going to be good. You might get blown into a little fairy garden for a while, and then you'll keep blown in the wind after that, and you might end up somewhere else, and you'll just keep blowing from place to place to place because you don't have a plan. The energies of the world do care about what you want. But if you keep saying, I don't know or I don't care, you get more of I don't know and I don't care. You get whatever. You get whatever you're thinking about. And I can guarantee you, you're probably thinking about what you don't want more of the time than you are thinking about what you do want. Let me repeat that. You are probably thinking more about what you do not want more than you are thinking about what you do want. And when you think about what you do not want, you are creating an inharmony within your body and within your mind. And an inharmony in your mind or in your body, let's read that again. The inharmonious situation comes from inharmony within man itself. That inharmony, that incoherence. You think one thing and feel another thing. You feel one thing and think something different. Your thoughts and your feelings are not in harmony with what you want because you don't know. Or you know, but you don't think it's possible. If you want to believe something is possible, you have to have complete and utter total faith. Because faith is one side and fear is the other. If you haven't watched my video on faith versus fear, now's a great time to do that. Faith is believing in yourself and believing in the law. The law. And when I say the law, I mean the Lord. The Lord is the law. So when Jesus came to tell everybody about the law or the Lord, you can interchange that word. He was talking about the law of supply. Everything that you need will be given to you as you need it, if only you have faith. The thing is, most of us fall out of faith 5,000 times a day, over and over and over. We rely on something else or someone else to give us what we need. The law of supply. That is the law of the universe. And you're probably thinking, well, I don't just get everything that I want all the time. It's like, well, if that's what you think, that's what you get. and you also might be thinking, no, I expect all kinds of things. I think I'm good enough, but it's like you get what you give. So there is no something for nothing. When it comes to the law of supply, everything is given to you that you want, that you need, that you deserve. Everything is given. There is abundance in everything. There is never shortage of anything ever, 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 ever. That is the law of supply. Scarcity only lives within us. If you think there's not many places to live, there's not many places to live. I've been searching for a house for a little while, and I kept telling my husband too, because it was coming down to the wire of our closing date for the sale, because we already sold the house we're living in. And he's like, oh no, like, we're going to need a longer closing date because we're going to have to be out by the end of the month and we still haven't found a place. And I'm like, no. You know how many houses there could be out there that are already vacant? That we don't have to wait for somebody else to move out? There are oodles of houses that are vacant. There are oodles of properties just waiting for someone to buy them up because they can't wait to get an earlier closing date. And wouldn't you know that poof, 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 a few choices emerged of places that were already vacant, that nobody was living in, that are for sale, that are really motivated to sell, and they're dropping their prices. What do you know? But no, for a while there, my husband kept saying, oh no, prices are so high, it's a terrible time to buy, blah, 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 the economy this, the economy that, oh no, we can't, every place has a renter, it's so hard to get in, all this stuff. And I'm like, no, I don't see that. This is what I see. Vacant houses, prices dropping, oodles of choices. Find out at the end of today if the conditions are all lifted on our property that we went and inspected yesterday. So, woo, woo, it's a vacant property. What do you know? I can totally move in at the end of the month. Law of supply. It lives within us. It is real. You can get anything that you need. Food, water, you name it. It is all there if you only truly believe. And if you're having trouble really getting into this, the law of supply, let's talk a little bit about you get what you give. You get what you give. Because here's the thing. If you are worried, truly worried about running out of food, are you really willing to share some food? Because if you truly have faith, you would share your sandwich. Share what you want to receive. I hope I wrote that right. Share what you want to receive. Give what you want to get. You get what you give. And if you truly believe and you truly have faith that everything that you give back comes back to you, you know, times 3, times 10, whatever, you'll have no worries. And you can test yourself. If you are like, no, I have faith, but you're afraid of giving something, like sharing something that you have with somebody that needs it, and worries that you won't have enough for yourself, that's your scarcity mindset kicking in. And that is what blocks the thing coming to you, because your beliefs are real. Whatever you believe is real. Whatever you think manifests. So if you're thinking scarcity, you're manifesting scarcity. Scarcity only lives within us. So that's why all the fear-mongering with the world and being like, oh, I remember before when they were like, we're running out of water, there's not enough fresh water. And I'm like, I thought they had the technology to, like, for taking the salt out of salt water, and the earth is, like, mostly water. So that doesn't make any sense at all. But they tried to use that tactic on everybody for a while. And then they started doing the whole, like, oh, there's not enough fish in the sea, we're gonna have no fish by 2030. And I'm like, no, there's still fish in the sea. There's still fish. And then they're trying to say, oh, there's not enough land, there's overpopulation. Meanwhile, they're killing everyone and the population's declining and there's oodles of land. Oodles. Oodles and oodles and oodles. Tons of land. They're never running out of land. This realm can sustain anybody at any given number. It's all baloney. It's all baloney. But they can make it real through your thoughts. So share what you want to receive. Give what you want to get. Some people are really great about sharing specific things, and you'll notice that those specific things that those people love to share are something they're always abundant in. Always abundant. So you can have a scarcity mindset about one thing and an abundant mindset about another thing. And you'll be abundant in the one thing that you have the abundance mindset towards, and you'll be scarce in the thing that you have the scarcity mindset towards. It works just like that. If you feel scarce about money, you will be. But if you feel free with your money, like, it's all right, I always have what I need, everything always comes to me. Prosperity. Yeah, let's read some of these. I now draw from the abundance of the spheres my immediate and endless supply. All channels are free, all doors are open. I now release the gold mine within me. I am linked with an endless golden stream of prosperity, which comes to me under grace in perfect ways. Letting go of past experiences of taught poor feelings, taught scarcity. It takes a little time, and you can do it with a proper processor. You can do it with someone to help you. And yes, I help do that. It's essential to move forward. The law is supply. The law is supply. You get whatever you give. You get whatever you think. Whatever you think becomes real. Whatever you think becomes fact. This is the law. Never scarcity in supply. The only thing dwindling is your imagination, your beliefs. That's it. And your beliefs have been hijacked by a system designed to keep you down and keep you poor. And the system is designed to keep you scared, keep you poor, keep you scarce. That's how it's designed. But you can break free from that. You absolutely can. You get what you give. If you feel like you're not getting enough, give more. Be of service. Be kind. Be loving. Transactions come in many ways. Everything from hugs, high fives, love, encouragement, sharing a meal, it all makes a difference. So the law of supply is you get what you give. Everything is abundant. Scarcity only lives in the mind. And I will see you on the next video.